This is day 24 of documenting my journey as a founder building an 8-figure business. And today we had a kick in the nuts. We had a podcast licensee canceling her video editor and social media manager that we placed for her. And that shit sucks because it just means that we know exactly what's going to happen. She basically said that she wanted to take things even more in-house. So we know exactly what's the story that's going to take place. They're going to try to do it in-house. And even though we have provided like everything, one of the reasons of why we provide the video editor and social media manager is because that's the best way to keep them fully accountable. Because when they're not paying for team, or they just hire like freelancers and people here and there, but they don't have a monthly commitment to it, chances are is that they won't stay committed, or they will miss their posting. They won't have the same consistency. So that was one of the reasons as to why we came up with that vetting, training, and placing of the video editor and social media manager, and just staying as the middleman, because we could basically not guarantee, but the clients will see better results just because they will have more commitment. They will have an ongoing monthly investment that they're making for their team, and it doesn't carry over, so they have to action making content. Therefore, they see more results. But clearly, some people still are gonna drop or think like, hey, we can actually go and do this now fully on our own, which I really hope that was the case, by the way, because staying as a middleman for a video editor and social media manager is actually a bit of a headache. And it's, yeah, we don't also see like a huge profit from that. So yeah, initially that was all about basically helping clients stay consistent and also protect them too, because what happened was, if we stayed as a middleman, if their editor or social media manager doesn't perform, we replace them at no extra cost or anything. So they will have a guaranteed team member, which we also know churn can be a problem when you find video editors, social media managers, especially if they don't get consistent work. And that was our way to also protect the talent, because then we will assign them enough work and consistency. So that has become a bit of a problem. And what I actually think, after taking on 10 licensees this year, is that what we need to do is a combination of both. We need to actually combine the consulting, because our plan actually was not really sell the video editor and social media manager, but selling the consulting. That's where we actually make our money, and that's where we actually can help our licensees achieve incredible outcomes over a long period of time. Because I've seen it now firsthand with our first licensee that is still with us on a consulting basis, how incredible the outcomes are for her, because she has been working with us on a consulting basis for well over a year, almost 2 years at this point. So yeah, of course she has seen incredible outcomes. So what we need to do, what I realize is, hey, instead of trying to sell the consulting and sell the video editor and social media manager, which is two different sales that we need to do, so selling becomes more of a problem. It costs more for the clients as well, and it can create confusion. Let's just package it all together. So what I will be testing is just selling those two things, the ongoing consulting, as long as they basically are on that monthly package that gives them their video editor, social media manager, so they have the content which we need them to have in order to see great outcomes. We give them up-to-date trainings, all the latest trends, all our latest systems. They still have access to us over communication channels, and we do trainings, which most likely are going to be weekly group trainings. That's what I think is going to bring the best outcomes for our clients. And we also are going to add in-person events. That's something that we're putting focus into next year, podcast workshops and more in-person stuff for clients. So that's what I think would be the best move that we can do now to get better outcomes for our podcast licensees, increase the lifetime value, increase retention, and ultimately, just build better case studies because our clients are seeing way better results. So that's what I'm thinking is going to be a great test moving forward for the podcast license systems that we sell. Not selling two different things, packaging all of it together and removing certain things that could be creating some confusion with it. And it's going to be a more affordable investment for that size of businesses that we work with. The other thing that I started doing already, even though it's only like 8th of December, I think it is today. Could be wrong though. And that's starting to reflect on all the successful actions that we took this year that yielded incredible returns or outcomes, as well as successful actions that we started implementing but are yet to give us the results that we're after, but we have high confidence that as long as we continue to do them, they're going to yield incredible results. Reflecting also on successful actions that we stopped doing for one reason or another that we need to bring back. Bad outcomes that we got for unsuccessful actions, so things that we decided to do but they essentially gave us a bad outcome or result. And finally, income. Now that we map all of those, defining what are the actions that we need to be taking moving into 2026 so that we can get to our 8-figure outcome. So we started doing some of that planning and reflecting. We got some good insights. This was great to be doing it with the team as well, so I could get a different perspective on the fulfillment side especially. So we're gaining a lot of clarity. I'm excited now to put a plan together based on all the things that we've been mapping so we can crush the next 12 months. So I will be giving some updates on that once we get the full plan of how we're going to be taking over 2026.